I was once a colonel in North Korea's General Staff Operations Bureau. Winter 2023, in a secret bunker, 127 meters beneath Pyongyang's Daejeong Mountain, I saw a war plan. And that day, everything I believed in collapsed. 4:23 a.m. Underground B3 Sector Operations Room. 6 monitors glowing under fluorescent lights. The simulation results appeared on screen. The moment I saw them, I couldn't breathe. Red Dawn Operation Final Simulation Results. 72 hours Seoul falls. 168 hours Busan occupied. Estimated civilian casualties 1,473,542. 237 chemical weapon deployment points. Tactical nuclear scenario, 3 phases. I was just a soldier who dealt with numbers. An elite who made colonel at 38. Graduated top of my class from Kim Il-sung University. 15 years in the General Staff. Pyongyang privilege class. An apartment overlooking the Daedong River. A dancer wife. An 8-year-old daughter at Pyongyang First People's School. I was a loyal soldier. At least until that day. 1,473,542. Suddenly, that number started looking like people. Children like my daughter. Women like my wife. Ordinary men like me. My hands trembled. Sweat dripped from my mouse hand. I looked around. My colleagues were typing reports like nothing was wrong. "Comrade, are you okay?" A staff officer beside me asked. "Yes, I'm fine. Just tired." I smiled, but my heart was racing. That night I went home. My daughter ran to hug me. "Daddy," a warm little body, shampoo scent, innocent laughter. I held her tight, and I thought, there are children like this in Seoul too. In Busan, in Daegu, 1.47 million people. From that day, I couldn't sleep. 2 weeks later, a military meeting. A special conference room 200 meters underground in central Pyongyang. Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un attended personally. The Red Dawn operation report lay on the table. I stood by the wall, watching. "Comrades, what's the success rate of this operation?" Kim Jong-un's voice, reporting. "With successful initial surprise attack, 87.3%. The operations director answered. "Good. But isn't this civilian casualty scale a bit large?" Silence. The director carefully responded. "Supreme Leader, this is an unavoidable figure." Kim Jong-un waved his hand. 1.47 million is temporary suffering. Compared to the glory 70 million people will enjoy after reunification. It's a small sacrifice. That moment, I heard something break inside me. Temporary suffering? 1.47 million people? I clenched my fists. Nails dug into my palms. But I kept my expression frozen. The meeting ended. I rushed to the bathroom and vomited. Nothing came out, but I kept retching. My face in the mirror. A loyal colonel's face. A murderer's face. That night I decided I would escape. The plan had to be careful. I was General Staff Corps personnel. My movements were monitored 247. My phone was tapped. My house had listening devices. But I had one advantage. I was the person who built the security system. So I knew its holes. January 15, 2024, dawn. I reported to the bunker as usual. But inside a special pocket in my underwear was a tiny USB. The entire Red Dawn operation file. Chemical weapon deployment maps. Tactical nuclear scenarios, North Korean military positions. With this information, South Korea could defend. War could be prevented. 3:42 a.m. B3 sector corridor. I walked, calculating CCTV blind spots. Camera angles changed every 12 seconds. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Now, I opened the emergency exit iron door. This door was officially recorded as sealed. But I knew. This passage led to the north hiking trail of Daejeong Mountain. A narrow, dark passage. Mold smell. Dripping water sounds. I walked through darkness without a flashlight. Feeling the walls. Maybe 30 minutes passed. I saw a dim light. The exit. Forest. Dawn air hit my lungs. I stood there for a few seconds, caught my breath, and went down the mountain. I walked to Pyongyang station. 2.5 hours. Changed into civilian clothes. I had prepared them in advance. Pyongyang to Chongjin train. Departing 7:20 a.m. I sat in a corner of the third-class car, among people in ragged clothes. Through the window, Pyongyang faded away. I could see my daughter's school, our apartment. I closed my eyes. I'm sorry, So-hee. I'm sorry, Un-young. But Daddy has to go. For 1.47 million people. January 18, 11 p.m. Tumen River bank, -18 degrees Celsius. The river was frozen, but not completely. Between cracked ice, I could see black water. See that? Those lights are China. The broker whispered. Border guard shift change is midnight. We have to cross in those 15 minutes. There were 2 others escaping with me. A young woman and a middle-aged man. Midnight. Now, we ran. Raced across the ice like crazy. Ice creaked under our feet. 50 meters, 100 meters. Almost there. Then, stop. Lights hit us. Gunshots. Rat-tat-tat. The man beside me fell. Red flowers bloomed on snow. Run, run, the broker screamed. I ran without looking back. Bullets whizzed past me. Chinese soil. I fell, got up, ran again, dove into the forest, shouting behind. Dogs barking, but they couldn't cross the border. I hid behind a tree, gasping. My heart felt like it would explode. The USB. I reached into my underwear to check. Still there. I survived. February 12, 2024. Bangkok. I stood before the Korean embassy. High walls. The Taegukgi flag. I cried. For the first time. I knocked on the door. Please help me. I'm from North Korea. A security guard looked at me with surprise. Please wait. 10 minutes later, a diplomat came out. What's your name? Han Do-hyeon. I was a colonel in North Korea's General Staff Operations Bureau. His face hardened. Please come inside. Inside the embassy. An interrogation-like room. I took out the USB. Inside this is North Korea's full-scale war plan against the South. Red Dawn Operation. Chemical weapon deployment maps. Tactical nuclear scenarios. Everything. The officials' hands trembled. We'll verify this. 3 hours later, they returned. Mr. Han Do-hyeon, this information is extremely important. We'll take you to Korea immediately. The next day, I arrived at Incheon on a special flight. Korea seen from the sky. Cities full of lights. Free people. Incheon Airport Special Immigration. National Intelligence Service staff were waiting. Mr. Han Do-hyeon, welcome to the Republic of Korea. Hearing those words, I cried again. 6 months of investigation. 10 hours of interrogation daily. USB information verification. Everything was confirmed as fact. South Korea and the United States readjusted defense strategies. Strengthened chemical weapon response systems. Deployed tactical nuclear detection equipment. I saved 1.47 million people. But, August 2024, North Korea's Korean Central News Agency. Traitor Ri Myung-chol, sentenced to death in absentia. For betraying fatherland and people. That was my real name. And they added, the traitor's family has been transferred to a special dictatorship target zone. A prison camp. My wife and daughter were taken. I saw that news and my knees buckled. So-hee, Un-young. Because of Daddy. Now it's winter 2024. I live in a small apartment somewhere in Seoul. With a new name. As Han Do-hyeon. Sometimes I pass by schools. I see children running out laughing. Whenever that happens, I think, my daughter used to laugh like that too. But now my daughter is suffering somewhere in a prison camp. Among the 1.47 million I saved, my family wasn't included. That's the price I paid. I continue to testify. I appear on TV. I give lectures. I write books. I inform people about North Korea's war plans. I warn them, war is not numbers, it's people. Some people ask me, do you regret it? I answer, I regret it every day. But if I went back, I'd do the same thing. 1.47 million. The day that number looked like people, I stopped being a soldier and chose to become human. The price was great, too great, but I believe someday my daughter will understand why daddy did it, why freedom is so important. Right now, new war plans are being made in North Korea. New numbers are being calculated. Someone is looking at those numbers and choosing. Will they see numbers, or will they see people? I chose people. That's my story. Not just one defector's story, but a reality that continues. 1.47 million are still in danger. And right now, somewhere in an underground bunker in North Korea, someone is looking at a monitor, at numbers. I hope they can see people in those numbers. Like I did. That's my last hope.